So lately I've been hearing some rather interesting discussion going on YouTube regarding Fakesagan and Imendham. A lot of interesting debates been going on back and forth, mainly resulting from Jesus Freak's daughter in need of some surgery to correct MRHK, or whatever it is. But still, it's refreshing to see that we're back in what it used to be on YouTube. Still, it's refreshing to see the old dialogue going back and forth like the old days on YouTube. Could this mean that the religious debates of old are finally going to be coming back again, but in a lesser form? Who knows? One thing is for certain, I really admire the dialogue that's going on between the two of them, and it's in many ways like the old days. It's like the old days have come back. It feels like 8 years ago. But then again, I have some issues that I really need to address. First of all, Fakesagan, or as you call yourself, the FluffyKittenist. How did you come to know Jesus Christ? Tell me. I mean, you for a long time were an atheist, and you were the amazing atheist's buddy for a long time, for lack of better description. You and him were buddy-buddy, and then you two had your fallout. And I remember the fallout about what happened regarding you and the amazing atheist, though I don't know what happened and what caused it. But I will say this. I will say that you've managed to do well on your own, and TJ has become very popular, even more popular than ever before, to the point where he's now appearing on CNN. But I must say that while it is a very interesting thing and an interesting twist of events to see you come to Christ, I still want to know your entire conversion story. Like what happened, Fakesagan. And I call you this because that's the name I've known you as. And in your dealings with Gary Mosier, like I said, it's been a repeat of what happened years before. I mean, there's been some new arguments and new dialogue, but let's face it, Imendham is still going to be the same bitter, mean-spirited bastard he's always been. No offense, Gary, no offense. I will say this about him because in the years I've known Imendham, in the years I've seen his videos as an on-off fan of his, I call myself a fan for lack of a better term because I admire him for his stance against the amazing atheist. That is one of the primary reasons I've stood against him. I mean, I call myself an on-off fan of Imendham because I call myself an on-off fan of Imendham because I've watched his videos every so often, and I mainly sided with Imendham because of his stance against the amazing atheist. Because Imendham and I have a shared dislike of the amazing atheist. But I made a video previously where the amazing atheist had me on his show, The Drunken Peasants, although it was just a clip about me defending furries. I'll even have a link in the description. But the thing is, Imendham is still going to be the same bitter, mean-spirited man he's always been. That's just going to be Imendham. He never changes. He's always going to be the same. He's always going to be arguing left and right and debating things that really anger him and upset him, and there's no limit to the things that anger and upset him. It'll always change year after year, but make no mistake, Imendham is always going to be bitter about something. Doesn't matter what it is. He'll find a reason to be bitter about it because that's just how he is as a person. I know I'm repeating myself, and that's of course the thing with Lord Shadrach, that he tends to repeat himself to stress a point in case people are not paying attention. But what amazes me about Imendham is how the fact that he's always been static. You look at Tommy from the Bronx, you look at Jesus Freak, you look at the amazing atheist, and they're all talking about different topics and going off on different directions. Myself included, I've gone off on a different direction. It's as though we have gone away from the original purpose of our channels to something else entirely. But Gary is still talking about the things that anger him and still debating the issues that still anger him. It's amazing how he's never changed. It's as though Imendham will always remain the same person. And that's truly fascinating because he's managed to find a way to to remain relevant without adapting. And the fact is, he is still relevant, even though he's never had the opportunity to change his viewpoint or his attitude towards anything. Now, back to you, Fakesagan, or the FluffyKittenist, if you prefer to call yourself that. It's interesting to note that no matter how often you debate with him, Imendham is not going to change. He is a stick in the mud. He's very bitter and mean-spirited. Even years after my video I made directed at him about why he was an atheist, he still remained the same bitter, mean-spirited man he's always been. It really upsets me and it really saddens me that he's never moved on, that he's still in a rut and he's still angry about something. You said something about him in your latest video about his nervous breakdown, and I think that's what contributed to him being a real pain in the ass to some people. And in his debates with the Amazing Atheist, he did bring up some good points and some good issues and everything, but needless to say, Gary has not changed one bit. He's going to remain the same angry, bitter person, and there's no way you can fix that. There's no way you can fix it. I'm sorry, but I will continue to watch your debates, but needless to say, Imendham, I would like to hear your point of view on this. I would even like to debate Imendham myself. I would love to debate Imendham and get his viewpoint on something. So Imendham, if you're watching this video, if you're listening rather, and if you're listening to this entire video, I would like to hear you place a case against me. What case do you have to lay against Lord Shadrach? Or is there anything you wish to debate with me about? Because I've gotten along with you. I've had no quarrel with you in the past. I've had no issues with Imendham. I've had no desires to fight Imendham because we've been on the same side against the Amazing Atheist as co-belligerents. I've never seen any reason to debate him or fight him because Gary and I have a dislike of the Amazing Atheist, which is why I've had a non-aggression pact against Imendham for so long. Even when several Christians, namely the Night Visioned Phantom, had told me to break the non-aggression pact and debate Imendham, I would refuse because I liked Imendham and his stance against the Amazing Atheist. And it really was a very fascinating time. I mean, it was a very great, wondrous time. And what I like about this recent ordeal is that we're seeing these events, coming back again. And it really means a lot to me. It really means a lot to see these old dialogues and these old debates coming up once again. It's as though we're back in the past, back when YouTube was actually great. And now we're seeing it happen again. I mean, I'm making videos again at a faster pace, and I'm trying to regain my lost fandom. But anyways, I'd like to hear your input about this. I would like to hear the input that you have, Fakesagan, or FluffyKittenist, whatever you call yourself, and I'd like to hear Gary's point of view on this as well. I know I'm probably a third party coming in, but I would like to see what you guys have to say. I mean, I don't mean to be involving myself. I mean, it is a wondrous, interesting debate, but I would like to know your opinion on this matter. I would like to know how you guys feel about me as a person. Well, anyways, this is Lord Shadrach, dealing with this audio. This is an unedited audio, by the way, so that I could speak from the heart, so that everyone would know what I have to say. You may have heard me eating some food or slurping on a drink. I know it sounds unprofessional or whatever, but I want people to see the real Lord Shadrach in this audio. Okay? I had to speak from the heart. I didn't want to edit this video. I wanted it to come from the heart, as natural as it was and natural as it is. Anyways, hope you listen or watch, whatever it is. I really want to see what's going on, and I hope to hear your input on this. Thank you for watching. This is Lord Shadrach, signing off.